Hey everybody, I am outside at one of the area parks. I try to get outside every day because being outdoors is a good thing. It makes me happy. It's a great stress reliever. I mean, even if it's just running to the store. But if I can, I try to get out to a place like this because I think it just restores you. You know, trees have been known as great stress relievers, and just being outdoors is for most people. And it's chilly out, so you gotta dress right, but it's worth it. Anyhow, I just wanted to talk to you guys really quick about something. Last week I went to, or the week before, I went to a new rheumatologist. Now, I had gone to one before, but I only got to see her once or twice because I lost my insurance, and then when I finally did get it back, she was no longer taking it. So I found this guy, and he was really nice. And well, actually, I'll backtrack a little bit. She wasn't entirely sure that I had RA, even though it ran in the family and I seemed to have some symptoms. But my inflammation numbers weren't real high. And so she tested me for Lyme disease and hepatitis, neither of which I had. Although she did give me an x-ray for my lower back, and yeah, I have arthritis of the facet joints down there. It was a year and a half ago at least, and it was moderate then. I think it's gotten worse, but it is what it is. But anyhow, so then I went to this doctor, very nice guy, and he was kind of thinking along the same lines as her, that he wasn't so sure it was RA either. So then he tested me. He thought it was lupus. So he tested me for that, and even though I had a couple of markers for that in the long run, nope, not lupus either. So it's kind of frustrating. It's not like I've been to a lot of doctors, but I've been living with this thing for probably 13, 14 years now. And it started off where I would get these episodes that would last anywhere from a day to 3 days, where I just ached all over. It's like feeling like you have the flu, where you have body aches everywhere. And for me, the only thing that didn't really hurt was my head, and that was it. I didn't have a headache, but my feet hurt. My legs hurt, my back, I mean everything. And so over the years, these episodes would come and go, and it does seem like over the summer I don't really get them much. I might get a little bit here and there, but not nearly as bad as the other seasons, especially winter. Winter's the worst. So over the years now, I've gone from 1 to 3 episodes a month to almost every day. And I tell you, it really wears on a person. And besides, you know, this widespread pain, I do have specific pain in my joints, and that's, you know, why they were looking at all the different things they were looking at. So and there's fatigue, extreme fatigue. And I tell you, like, almost, you know, I know there's a lot of you out there right now that are living with something, you know, that's hampering you that other people don't see. Diseases and illnesses. And it's hard, it's frustrating. And, you know, when you push yourself so hard every day, and other people just see that as like normal because they don't know your struggle. They don't know what you're going through. But anyhow, I was just so frustrated, and I'm like, you know what, then I'm just gonna say it is what it is and keep living my life and do what I need to do, like I do every day. The only thing I do is Most of the time I just take ibuprofen and I'll have a heating pad or take a hot bath, something along the lines of that, because heat seems to work the best for me. Sorry about that. There was a couple of dogs over there and I didn't want to hang out with them. I didn't know who they were. But anyhow, so the doctor was explaining some stuff to me and he was checking my joints yet again. And, you know, just kind of pulling on my fingers and whatnot when he realized that I seem to be flexible, really flexible. And it's true, I am. As a kid, I could do the splits, and actually I could do that up until the age I was 40. And even now, I bet you I could get pretty close if I tried. But I can move a lot of my joints. They're super flexible, I guess. And in fact, I dislocated my shoulder a couple times, and a couple of my ribs on my right side tend to pop out. Sounds weird, I know. But so that, he did this testing stuff with me. It's real simple joint stuff. And one of the things he asked me was, can you bend over and put your palms to the floor? Well, I told him I doubt it, especially with my back problems. But I bent over and I could touch the floor, but I couldn't put my palms flat. Anyhow, just some of the other symptoms I have and whatever, he told me that he believes I have hypermobility joint syndrome. Never heard of that before. He explained a little bit to me and then told me that my family doctor could help me out with it, so I didn't need to continue to see him. He gave me information on protecting my joints so that I don't damage them further than what they are or possibly injure them. He did say that some of the, like the redness in my face that you probably don't see because I try to cover it up with powder, is more likely rosacea instead of thinking along the lines of lupus. And then I do have osteoarthritis in my hands and a few other places. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to finish this up in here because this is one of those parks where they allow dogs, where you can walk your dogs, which is fine, but they're supposed to be leashed, and a whole lot of these people aren't leashing their dogs, and I have to say that I don't appreciate having large, strange dogs running up on me. I love dogs, I always have. I've always owned dogs. But, you know, bigger dogs that you're not familiar with, yeah, just, not my thing. But, so anyways, I haven't researched this a whole lot as of yet. I mean, I read a few things on it, and it just seems like it's a fairly rare disease. I think they said something about, I don't know, like 6 or 7% of the population is hypermobile, which their explanation of it is that you just have like really loose joints, and it's not a problem. You know, you're just super flexible. And in fact, kids in general are really flexible, and then as you age, the natural aging process makes you become less flexible, and even I'm less flexible than I was before. But being able to bend stuff, I'm not a contortionist, but those people would be on the extreme end of it. So yeah, it's a small percentage of the population that's that flexible. And then of that population, it's a way smaller amount that end up with this syndrome. And from what I've read so far, it's kind of like my muscles and all of that hurt because of the bad joints or how loose they are, or something along the lines of that. I do need to research it more. I mean, this is all brand new to me, and it's a rarer disease, and so far I just haven't found a lot of information or the time to really get into it that much. But what I have read so far is it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of treatment options for it. I'm grateful, I guess, is not grateful to have it, but I'm grateful that it's that over RA or lupus, because, you know, I know people with that. I have people within my own family, and I know firsthand the damage that can do, and the sometimes fatal results of both of those diseases. And so, yes, I am very grateful that I don't have either one of those. And even if there's no treatment options whatsoever for what I have, at least now I know. You know, I kind of feel vindicated. It's like, this isn't in my head. This is a real thing. It has a name and all of that. And, you know, I'll just learn to cope with it. Like a lot of you. Yeah, they tested me for fibro too, and I don't have that. So it's just something weird, you know. And I'll just keep on keeping on. Anyhow, I'm hoping you guys, this is the day before Thanksgiving, so I'm hoping all you have a fabulous Thanksgiving. And, you know, be grateful for them friends and family. But be thankful too for everything else. I mean, roof over your head, food in your belly, clothes on your back, the little things. Be grateful for those little things. So many people don't have them, can't enjoy them. And I feel that just being thankful, having a grateful spirit, is good for you. You know, it just makes you happier. Because you are aware of all the blessings you have in your life. You know, a nice, warm, comfortable bed to be in at night. You know, a good book to read. Your favorite snack. All the little things that make life enjoyable. Yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff too. But I think that's what makes being thankful for the little things even more important. And then Christmas is coming soon. A lot of good things to look forward to with that too. But anyhow, let me know down in comments, you know, if you're dealing with anything in particular, any kind of illness or disease or something that's, you know, really putting a damper on you, something that's really touched your heart, your life. Maybe it's not even you, maybe it's a family member, but I feel like talking about it helps. So let's talk about it. Anyhow, I want you guys to take care and be well, and I'll be talking to you soon.